Hello, and thank you for tuning into the fifth episode of Four Guys, No Lies. Today, we will be covering one of the most historic figures known to man. Julius Caesar was hated, loved, feared, but never ignored. This calculating commander was quick, cruel, and controlling towards both his friends and enemies.
Julius Caesar. The man is so awesome a month was named after him. And a salad, and also a birthing operation. Maybe a little less awesome. Anyways, Julius Caesar is a subject of stories, myths, legends, and a play I've never bothered to read. Born June 13th, 100 BC, nobody could know that this child would grow up to forge a new path for the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar was married to Cornelia. This caused issues because her father was a rival to Sulla, the dictator at the time. Sulla ordered Julius to divorce Cornelia, but he refused. To escape Sulla's wrath, Julius joined the military. As his incredible intelligence and attention to detail flourished, so too did his popularity grow, and he began his career in politics. On a trip to Rhodes to study philosophy, he was kidnapped by pirates. To demonstrate this, let's do something completely new for our show. A live reenactment.
In 75 BC, Julius was captured by Sicilian pirates on the Mediterranean. Upon his capture, they demanded a ransom for his safe release. The pirates initially wanted 20 talents of silver for him, but he laughed because this was nothing for him, and he offered to pay 50 talents. While he was held captive, he actually fit in with their culture. Caesar butted into their games and competed as if he were a pirate. He was so bold with his demands that he forbade his captors from talking while he slept. His stay with the Buccaneers could be compared to a king claiming a throne. Once he was released, however, he garnished his troops and slaughtered the pirates. Caesar looted everything, including his 50 talents. This was the day the world learned a valuable lesson. Don't mess with Julius Caesar.
Welcome back from that dramatic reenactment.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, bro.
Unfortunately, the reenactment cost us our entire production budget for the week, so we're filming in the bathroom of a live basketball game. Let's just move on to our knowledgeable analyst, Ginger Man, with a creative depiction of the Battle of Alesia.
Hi. Welcome to our historical depiction of the Battle of Alesia. And the Battle of Alesia was taking place due to the conquest of Gaul, which is like modern-day France. Basically, after the pirate incident, as we'll say, Julius Caesar became a high-ranking military official in Rome. And his conquest of the Gauls was something that would help grow Rome into the empire that he would lead it to become. This came to a head at the Battle of Alesia. That might not mean anything to you yet, but it will. So, Caesar was chasing a man named Vercingetorix, who was the Gaul leader, across the countryside, and he eventually cornered him in a little town called Alesia. And so if this is the town, we'll say right here with little people and whatnot. That's say Vercingetorix, that's a house. If this marker will work, there it is. So that's Alesia, right? So the Roman troops are all here. Well, instead of directly attacking the city, because it's very well fortified, Caesar decides to build a wall. And this wall is 11 miles long and 12 feet high, made out of wood, dirt, mud, and Roman vengeance, because Vercingetorix had just beaten him in a previous battle, so Caesar was a little upset. So Caesar's laying siege to the city when Vercingetorix realizes that he has no escape. So he sends a couple of his troops out past the wall while it's being constructed. Caesar sees this, and logically thinking, as all people would, that they're getting reinforcements. So instead of attacking or leaving, he just builds a second wall. But there's a problem. There's a rock and a formation here that they can't quite build around, and they can't get the wall completely closed, and that's the weakness in the wall. So as all these soldiers come back, and they're very big soldiers, they go to attack. So Vercingetorix tries to get out, the soldiers try to get in the Gauls, and there's a lot of Gauls. There's 100,000 Gauls, 80,000 there, fighting very few Roman soldiers. So what he does is as Caesar's about to lose the battle, he opens up this section of the wall, and many say, well, that's the only thing protecting him. Why would he do that? Because he knows that the Gauls pour into this section of the wall. And as these Gauls are in this section of the wall, that's when the cavalry pours in. And this is a horse. Boom. And those horses charge in after the Gauls. And if you're the Gauls, the only thing scarier than a Roman is a horse, right? As talked about in last week's episode. So these horses single-handedly slaughter the Gaul army and cause them to break lines and retreat. And the next day, after the entire village has starved by this point, Vercingetorix has no soldiers, he surrenders. And the terms of his surrenders it's absolute. Basically, he made Caesar promise not to kill him and his men. So Caesar just bound them in chains for 5 years until they returned to Rome. And during a parade, he strangled him to death. So, don't mess with Julius Caesar.
Thank you for that wonderful artistic depiction. I'm glad doctorate degrees in art do come in handy. I think our next story now is going to be about how Julius Caesar declared war on Rome.
Now, the Rubicon was important due to its location. It was the border between Italy and Sibylline Gaul. Crossing the stream as a provincial governor with troops was against Roman law, and you would essentially be declared a public enemy. Julius knew that a war... Go away! Now, back to what I was saying. Julius knew that a civil war would spawn if he had crossed the river, but he didn't care, so he did it anyways. Pompey initially retreated to the south, leaving Italy, and Caesar defeated his troops in Spain. Next, Pompey was assassinated in Egypt, leaving the rest of his troops there. Caesar then became the dictator of Rome after defeating Pompey's troops in North Africa. And once he returned, he then started to reform everything about Rome, including reorganizing the government, and the distribution of land and grain.
This is a very interesting episode. I hope you all learned a little bit more about Julius Caesar. I know I did. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week. I hope I see you there.
Goodbye!
I'm going to use my degree in art to actually do something for once and prove my parents wrong. Let's get to it, shall we? Wow, look at this totally real painting I just drew in 2 seconds with my degree of art. Wow.
2, 3.